83-year-old woman in jail for questioning World War II history in Germany. I believe she's 83 or 93.
She's been in jail for a long time. She said she'll never repeat the lies.
She's in and out of jail. Just nobody, no judge, no lawyer, no court, nobody should be allowed to prosecute this woman unless they're older than her. You know, it's like your child literally arguing with you about what you saw and how you lived in 1994,
right,
way before they were born. And I was like, well, isn't that wild that this woman was around in 1939, 1944? She was around, she saw things with her own eyes, and people who were born in the 1960s and 70s are sitting behind a desk with a book of what they're supposed to think about these events, saying this woman is wrong. I'm like, isn't that wild? Nobody who's younger than her should be allowed to even sit in that room and tell her that she has to go to jail for having her opinions, because she was literally...
The school system exists to make you stupid but convince you that you're smart.
Yes.
As they're going around the world deleting history, I think it's part of the reason why we keep plundering the Middle East, is because they want no relics of history, because that allows these Marxists, because that's who they are, to rewrite it. Was considered Stalin and Lenin's favorite Jew, right? Which then kind of gets into the question of the media, who for a very long time tried to convince us that Stalin and Vladimir Lenin were anti-Semitic. And then I learned, wait, Stalin was married to...
Yes, they were literally a part of the Jewish cabal that...
And I found a friend who understands Georgian, and they're like, everybody knows that Stalin was Jewish. And I'm like, but Americans don't know this.
But Candace, they were the good guys. They helped us defeat Nazi Germany. They were the good guys. They were
As
on
they
our
were
team.
mass murdering Christians.
Oh, 100 million
and
people.
That
doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. 100 million people got murdered. No. They're on our team. They're the good guys. That's what the history books say. And saying it gets you put in jail.
Right. And you just spoke about Weimar Republic, and I would like to talk about that more extensively, because one of the things that I got attacked for, which shocked me, and then I realized that the elites are protecting pedophiles, was I spoke about Magnus Hirschfeld and how he was a full sexual pervert with pedophilic tendencies.
And again, tip of the iceberg. What don't we know about this man? You know, what will we never find out? That's the scary part. But yeah, Weimar Republic, it's how the world is going, certainly in my lifetime. And to look around today at especially the United States, I know you live there, sorry, or the United Kingdom, my home country, it's quite frankly disgusting. And nobody seems to think it. They did it so slowly and so gradually, and they've infected us with this virus, which has grown over time. It's infected the minds of every single person in the UK, where you don't even see it anymore. Literally, you're blind to the fact that they've destroyed your culture and destroyed a world that's safe to raise children in, which I think is one of the goals.
And you realize that they have taught us World War II history like we're children. Like, I mean, it's everything they've told us, virtually everything they told us is either not true or a snippet of the truth, or omitting something that would make us question more of their narrative. And they freaked out when I shared a BBC documentary, no less, because they had tried to like wipe this from the universe about how Germans were ethnically cleansed following World War II. And then to know that prior to World War II, there's a book written by a guy, last name Kaufman, and blanking on the first name, where he said it's Germany must perish. Like, they literally wanted to get rid of Anglo-Saxons. And so when you have that context and you're going, whoa, why was I never told about this book, which was published in America? He wrote a book about how they would have to just annihilate them, how they had to make them infertile, that they couldn't produce. And then you hear at the end of that war what was done to German-speaking civilians, and that should send a chill down your spine that you don't know it. That is what scares me, that we were never taught it, which means that we were specifically told an angle, and that angle has been protected for a very long time for a reason that must be evil.
The truth is, none of the countries who won teach an accurate version of World War II history. None of the countries who won teach the actual reasons why the war happened. None of the countries who won teach the aftermath and, you know, what happened because the war was won by the people who won.
For me, having watched the documentary, my jaw on the floor, even learning, and I think this is really why the press attacked me, that so many of the people who executed those crimes were then protected by the state of Israel.
Absolutely.
That's already an existential crisis for the allied union between Israel and America. If Americans start waking up and going, wait a second, why would you guys be protecting people who, Solomon Morel, who executed these crimes against Germans, and you refused to extradite him when they actually wanted to prosecute him for his crimes? That doesn't really make sense. We were told, like, you especially should have a reaction to people that are committing a genocide against people for no reason. And then when my German friends were privately thanking me and saying that my videos were going viral in Germany, and that not only were their ancestors slaughtered, murdered, or ethnically cleansed and pushed out, but they then passed speech laws so they could never talk about it.
I know, ever.
You think about how scary that is.
They just
Your child being lined up and shot.
Yeah.